Hi everyone, welcome to our third video. So for this video, we were going to talk about how to create the arc and the spirals in Illustrator. So we just did the actual lines and the implied lines. So now I want to add another page for the artboard. So you can click on the new artboards. So we get another artboard and double click to change the name into arc and spiral. Yeah, so here we go. So right now I want to copy and paste this implied line to here. So the easier way is to hold Option Shift key on your keyboard and drag. So yeah, it could move in a horizontal direction. So double click. Now I'm going to draw the arc. So I tap arc. So I want to put the arc at the top middle part. So let's get back to the align tool here and make it vertical align. This one, is vertical align top, and also I want it to be middle. Let's go to horizontal art center. Yeah, so you have to tap twice to make it at the middle of the artboard. So now so if you whenever you can't find the aligned tool here, you can always go to the window and find it. Yeah, so windows will include a lot of tools you may need. Yeah, so right now, so if you right click on here, so usually at last time you can see it's the line segment tool, right? You can't see the arc tool, but if you right click on the line segment tool, you can see the arc tool and the spiral tools. So that is because there are tools hidden behind one tool. So it's the same as the text. Here are all the text from the text tool belongs to the tab. Right click, different shapes, right click, different like pencil, smooth tool, like they all belongs to the same family here. So whenever you see the tool with the little white triangle at the bottom, you will right click to access to more tools. So right click on the line segment tool. Let's go to the arc tools. Let's draw a standard arc. Yeah, so let's apply with a color. It's not with color because we have to click on the color here. Yeah, so why is a closed arc? It is because, so let's select arc, click on the blank. So because the tab is set as closed, so if you said I want to open it and click OK, you will get a standard arc and it's not closed. Yeah, so okay, let's increase the weight of the arc. So now if I draw another arc and I click drag, but I'm holding it, so I'm not losing my mouse, right? And I tap on the keyboard the up arrow key, the down arrow key on the keyboard, up arrow key, the down arrow key, and to change the level of curve of the arc, which is really interesting to do. So right now, if you tap on F, it's flipping. It will flipping your arc. So the shortcut key is a really helpful tool to save your time, and you can also play with it. Click and drag, and up arrow key, down arrow key, up arrow key, down arrow key, and F flip. Yeah, so you will need two hands with it. You can use, yeah. So we can do the same thing with the arc as we did before. So we can go to stroke, give it a round cap, and give it a dashed line for the arc. Okay, stroke, dashed line. Probably we need some gap between them. Oh yes, we need a larger number for the gap, so you can have a dash line, and you can also give it an arrow. So we will try some really basic things again. The third one, if we go to the brush library menu, we do a color graphic. Okay, there are different types of brush you can try to modify the form of the arc. Yes, for this one you can try with the shape builder tool. We'll try the width tool, right? Click here, click and drag, click and drag, change the width. Yeah, so it's not meaningful. I'm just try anything, randomly try something. So it's totally different form. You can also go to the variable width profile to change them into a default form. Yeah, and of course you can also use the conversion tool. Click drag to create a curve. Yeah, so these are something you can modify. So next let's go to the spiral. I'm going to copy paste the arc and make it move in a vertical way. So Option Shift drag, double click and tap spiral. Yes, so the spiral tool is also with the same family with the line and the arc. So let's go to the spiral, click and drag. There's no color, so we click on the right box and apply with a color, and we increase the width of the stroke. So here is a spiral. Yes, so spiral, and we type at the blank space. Yeah, so you may change the radius you like. Yeah, and also the line, the segment you like, and also the style, and hit OK. Oh, this is a huge spiral. Okay, this spiral is huge. Increase the size of the stroke. Yes, let's try. Oh yes, here if you click and drag. Okay, let's try again. Okay, oh yes, so if you click and drag the spiral and you hold it at the same time, you tap on the up arrow key and the down arrow key, it will increase or decrease the segment of the spiral. So you will use the two hands for that. So for one hand you will hold the mouse, and then the other hand tap on the down arrow key on the keyboard and the up arrow key. Yeah, and also if you tap on R on your keyboard, it will flip the spiral. Yeah, so that's another fun thing you can play with the shortcut key. Let's go back to the selection tool. Yes, and we will decrease the size of it. And let's draw another spiral. So this time if I click and drag and I hold the command key on my keyboard. So if you are using Windows, you are going to hold the Alt the control key on your keyboard. And the other hand, you drag it, go back and forth. Oh, you can see you can adjust the spiral in any style you want. Oh, it's fun, right? Yeah. So right now my left hand is hold on the command key, while my right hand is on my mouse to drag the spiral. That's how it works. Yeah, so that's the spiral. We can do a dashed spiral. We can also go to the brush library, go to the borders, go to the dash line. Okay, let's try. Oh, that's a different types of dash line. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, and we can also let's try add a fun arrow for that. Oh, that's something really fun. So wow, so the brush library is always fun to play with. Yes, for this one, you can go to the waste tool again. Yeah, so we are repeating using those tools, so we'll get familiar with it. Yes, click, drag, change the width, click and drag, change the width. Oh, what's happening here? And of course you can change the form from here as well. Increase the width. Yeah, so here are how you modify the style of the spiral. Yeah, so we learned how to create actual lines, implied lines, arc, and spiral. So they all belongs to different types of lines. So now I'm going to the Windows, Artboards, add another page. So for this page, we're going to do something really fun. I'll just name it as fun. So now let's draw a circle. The circle is behind the rectangle. Right click and let's go to ellipse tool. Draw a circle. So if you want to draw a standard circle, you will hold Option Shift. It's the fastest way for you to draw a standard circle. So if you just directly draw the circle, it could be ellipse, right? So you have to carefully find the standard circle. But if you hold on Option Shift key and draw the circle, it will be it's a standard circle extend from the central point, right? I'm going to use this one. Going to increase the weight. Yeah, so now I want to cut the circle into four different parts. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 anchor point on it. So right now I want to find the scissors tool. So it's right behind the eraser. Right click on the eraser, go to the scissors tool, and you can zoom in. You can click on the anchor point 1, anchor point 2, and let's go to the anchor point 3. Yeah, it should be somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna just cut here, anchor point 4. So now you see I have separate my circle into 4 different line segments. So in this way, although it's a circle shape, now they become 4 lines. So that means I can adjust the each of the line segment with different styles. For example, for this one, I change it into a dash line. Yes, for this one, probably also a dashed line. For this one, let's see, it's a dashed line but with different, I will change the numbers. Okay, let's try 40. Oh yeah, it's different. But this one, so if I want to make this line exactly the same as this one, I don't have to go back to change the number again. What I need to do is I click on these elements and I find the eyedropper tool, and I click the line that I want it to change to. I want my line to change into the style of this one. Oh, so you see they're exactly the same. That's how we use the eyedropper tool. So yeah, so for this one I will go back to the stroke, I will add a round cap. Yes, and for this one I want it to look like exactly the same as this one, so I go to the eyedropper tool, click on the one I want to change to. Oh, you see, now these two parts are exactly the same. Yeah, so now I'm going to select everything and I'm going to group these elements. How to group? Select everything, right click and group. When you group things together, they could be moved together, so they are unified together. Or what you can do is you can use the shortcut key. Select everything and Command G. Command G on your keyboard. Then it's grouped. That's how you use the shortcut key for grouping in Illustrator. So right now we're going to try the effect. Go to the effect on the top window, effect, distort and transform, and transform. So I'm going to change horizontal into 90, vertical into 90, or yes, okay. So I'm going to create like 50 copies of those, and I'm going to rotate it. Oh, here is what you will get. It's really fun visual effects. Yeah, so you can play with the angle. It provides a very different visual outcome. Yeah, that means those lines keep scale down with the horizontal, with the vertical, or with 90%, and repeat it 50 times, and also with the rotation. So that's why we got these results. Yeah, so you may try to change the 4 lines into different styles and do the same process, and you can get different results. Yeah, so that's a fun thing we're gonna do. The last interesting thing, we are going to blend the lines. Remember how do we draw a standard line? Go to line segment tool. So okay. Now it's dashed line, but I want to turn off the dashed line. I want a normal line. So Option Shift drag means I copy, paste, and move in a vertical way. Yeah, how about I want to blend these 2 lines? Select both of them, double click on your blend tool here, and set spacing from smooth color into specified steps. And I will say 8 or 10. I will keep 8, but you can try other numbers. I will hit OK, and I will click on the first line, the second line, and they will immediately be blended. So you can see there are 8 lines between the two original lines. Yeah, so if we go back to the blend tool, double click, set again. I will set more lines, 15 lines. Okay. First line, second line. Oh, which improved the intensity. Yeah. So that's how we blend the two lines. So if you go to the converter tool and click on one of the original line and change it into a converter line, everything will change with the original lines. So which is a really fun visual outcome. Yeah, so that's how we use the blending tools. So yeah, so these are the first section of our line practice. We'll cover more in next class and the next week. Yeah, so for the weekend you can try to draw you can try the functions we covered in this video and try to draw different types of lines as much as you can. Yeah, so we explored about the variable with profile. We explored the brush library here, right? And we explore the stroke. So you can do some settings under the stroke, and you can using the width tool to adjust the width of the line, and you can use the brush tool, which creates a more freedom line, and you can also use the curvature tool to change a straight line into a curvature line. Yeah, so these are all the contents of the tutorials for this section. Yeah, so see you the next section.